Aries, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for the rest of October. Yes, it's your turn. I wasn't sure where I was going to go. I did Libra to start because I promised I would highlight whoever's birthday it is when I do the mid-monthly now. And I was going to do the rest of the air signs, but it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right to do you next. So, Aries, let's get started. I'm going to take a look at your overall general energy in this reading, an opportunity challenge coming in for you for the rest of the month, and also what you may not see coming. Let's see what's going on. Thank you for being here, as always, for the time you devote to this channel, for the progress you've made. A lot of you, your last reading had a lot to do with your spiritual gifts. You've been going through a very strong period of putting energy and taking action into your wish fulfillment, into whatever that is. Some of you, this is around your next career. It's like making a name for yourself, I'm hearing, with your work. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Aries. Let's see. Overall general energy. We're going to pull some cards, lay the spread down in the foundational energy, and then I'm going to pull and get a Divine Master message or messages for you. And yes. Oh, wow. Yes, this is. I knew. You're looking at your long range vision. I mean, Ten of Pentacles energy is, I'm here to create some financial security. This is your legacy, Aries, life's riches, whatever that means to you. Ten of Pentacles. There's something coming in this month. It's either a pathway towards it, or you could be actually receiving it at this time. All right. I like that. Ten of Pentacles. Your opportunity, the Queen of Pentacles, to root and ground in your own success. The challenge. Ooh, the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, you guys are all coming out with this earth energy. I love it. Wow, High Priestess. I'm telling you, it's almost like the deeper you go in your spiritual activation, in your own intuition, in your own inner knowing, and follow that voice, that inner voice, that is where your richness lies. I'm telling you. This is also, I'm getting like spiritual sovereignty around your own energetic code, your own frequency is matching to the things that you've been wanting to call in for a long time. What's at the bottom of the deck? Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're in a portal of activation where you're actually moving forward at a faster pace than a lot of people, your predecessors, I'm hearing. Some of you are really, frog leaping into a new chapter around your own success, and you are stepping out in your leadership. But there's this really nice feeling of growth coming in. It could be spiritual growth for some of you. It could just be a feeling of independence and knowing that you're in a really strong, like internally solidified energy of knowing who you are. I love this. This is very solid, Aries, for you to start out for the mid-monthly. Let's get a few messages from the Divine Masters now before we clarify these cards. I love this a lot. I mean, 3 Earth cards to anchor in, and these are strong Earth cards of stability. It's like whatever you've been building, you're looking at it and going, I'm pretty satisfied, but there's still some more to be had. Your intuition is going to be playing a very key role in your own success. Just know that, whether that's your own spiritual gifts and you're actually, using those in your vocation, or you just are really tapped into your own spiritual awareness, that you're making decisions in whatever your field is that is leading you toward greater success. But I see a lot of financial security coming in for you. All right. But I'm getting such a sovereign feeling from you. Like I'm good. Like I've built a lot. I'm proud of myself. All right, these came out at the bottom of the deck. So this might be energies that are coming in at this time that you aren't quite aware of, but it might make sense for some of the things that you're experiencing. So we have Lady Portia coming out, overcoming limitations. See, you're breaking through. I'm hearing like you're breaking the glass ceiling of what you expected or thought you could produce or create in your lifetime. Karmic release, letting go of the need to be right. So this is not holding back. You're releasing maybe a paradigm where you were trying to prove yourself to other people, and now you're just like, it's not even a fight anymore. Next to that, we have Rama and Sita, a holy union, soulmate connection, romantic opportunity. For those of you who are either in a deep, deep soul union or calling one in, it's looking very positive, all right? Very positive. Holy union. And then we have the Atlanteans. Evolution, vibration, legacy, technology, progress, expect acceleration. This all says to me that if you felt like you've been held back from a long-term bond or feeling stable and secure in a long-term bond or breaking patterns around codependency and independence and sovereignty, there's a massive leap going on. Some of you are using a lot of technology and some of the tools in your careers, and you're evolving in ways you never thought you would, and it's really producing a lot of abundance for you. There could be a holy union coming in that's going to create a lot of abundance for you as well. But this is like breaking through your own belief system and calling in more. This is very good. Very, very good. Let me go into the overall general energy, which is the Ten of Pentacles, which is a great energy to be in. This is an energy of wealth. Spiritual wealth for some of you, or physical wealth. Let's see. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here for the rest of the month, Aries? Four of Cups. Eight of Swords. Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is like, you know what? I'm going to show you here. See this boy, he's leaning against a tree and he has a mermaid coming in with a cup saying, you know what, it's okay, don't be down. Some of you have felt the pain of being single or on your own for quite a while. And you are feeling like that pull to have more of a partnership. It could be a work partnership. It could be a love partnership. And you've been really trying to align with a frequency that brings out closeness. And if you're in a partnership, there's something that's disappointed you recently in this. And you may feel too that you were trying to cut away whatever limitations. See, you have overcoming limitations. And this card, Eight of Swords, is a card of having a blindfold on and feeling for some reason hanging on to some sort of disappointment that made you feed into a limiting belief narrative about your path, about what's possible for you. And I think you're cutting through that. This fire energy, I believe that the full moon really brought to you was this activating point around, you know what, I don't want to sit in despair or despondency. I'm going to do something. I'm going to put time and energy into my long range vision. I feel like you're getting that boost from the universe to do a lot of deep inner heart healing and to open up to new opportunities and to create those opportunities that lead to your own transformation. Sometimes when I see the Ace of Wands, it's a new partnership that's bringing a lot of inspiration. It could be between you and spirit, where you're being inspired, right, in your creativity, and you're not going to hold back from going forward. I feel like you're only as limited as you believe, Aries, and you're starting to change that belief. Like, wait a minute, I have these beautiful gifts and talents, and I have a legacy. I'm leaving my mark. So you're being assisted by the Atlanteans at this time, and some of you really are seeking deep union. And it looks like there could be something really beautiful coming in around that. If you've been disappointed by love, you're aligning with a high vibrational frequency. That's the Ten of Pentacles to me. And that's calling in whatever it is that you want. Okay? Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, the Empress. I love it. So this is getting really earthy with life. Expecting just this. We're in the Libra season, okay? If you are trying to call in, yeah, there's definitely been something that you've been disappointed in that you're moving past at this time. It's like, you know what? It's like shake off the scaries, right? You don't need to sit in places of fear, Aries. It's like you're trying to get rooted and grounded in your divine feminine energy, which is a feeling of, you know what? It's like you having to remind yourself that you live in an abundant universe and your wealth is your vibration, and you've been really cleaning that up, right? This is when you raise your frequency out of a lower vibrational energy or around energies that were pulling you down, because you go from the Four of Cups and you have the Five of Cups in your opportunity. So whether it's someone around you that is dragging you down, or it is you trying to shake yourself free of a limiting belief, you're blasting past it, because the minute you realize that that's not true, and you remind yourself that you can create so much security and stability, but you have to realize that you have the power in your own sovereign energy to do that. So your opportunity is to really focus on your material security and your growth, and to blast past anything that's going to make you feel lack, or, this is too, some of you have hit some sort of recent disappointment or loss. And Five of Cups is this feeling of, as you can see, both of these figures are down. All right. It could just be, I read this book with my daughter when she was a toddler called, it was about a pout fish, and he had the dreary rearies. And you may feel like, you may have unexplainable emotional waves. The collective is going through a massive spiritual upgrade at this time. And you could be feeling emotional for no reason. And you don't always have to understand why you feel the way you feel, just to move through it. And I feel like you are, because you're moving in, and there's something that you felt stuck in around what's possible for you long term. And you're starting to realize, wait a minute, I can't keep, if I want to change my life, I can't keep thinking this way about my life. And now your opportunity is to really level up and elevate in your energy by loving yourself and moving forward past anything that is a limiting belief for you. All right. And your challenge is independence, sovereignty, feeling successful. This is when sometimes people look at you and go, wow, you're so successful. But because you don't have XYZ yet, even though you are successful, you're not successful enough. It's almost like, be careful with the grass is greener this month. Because it's like slow and steady wins the race here. I mean, I'm saying all these metaphors because it's like you need to remind yourself that you have built quite a bit in your life, but you're looking at me saying it's not enough. And that makes me think that it's some sort of limiting belief. Some of you have had issues with a feminine figure. Okay, it could be a motherly figure. You might be having difficulties with some of your children, if you are mothering children, or you might have a difficult time with your mother at this time, if she's going through a rough time. There's something about a maternal energy in this opportunity that, you are nurturing. It's like you could be caretaking or giving energy to somebody or something that really needs you at this time, Aries. Okay, so if those of you who are caretaking your mother, or you are really doubling down your motherhood duties, and it's like, I want time for myself, it's understandable. Make sure you carve out time for yourself this month, even if it's just an afternoon, that you can just spend on your own in nature. Nature feels like, to me, is going to be a really nice place. Some of you are going by the sea. You're releasing some stuff. You could just be feeling like, I'm getting like ancestral lineage stuff coming up for you. Nine of Pentacles. So understand what's yours and what's not yours. Whoa, the double Nine of Pentacles. That's rare. The Six of Swords. Yeah. And the Hangman. I'm getting here, Aries, that your whole rest of month is really hinging on you, really nurturing you. And you've been uncomfortable lately in your thoughts. And those thoughts produce feelings. And I think that you're kind of in transition. Some of you are in transition in your career. Some of you are in transition in your caretaking capacity. And you're just like, I can't wait for the next phase. I can't wait for a break. This has been hard. It's like you're hitting against some level of hardship that has felt like it's been quite a long time. But there's some sort of like relief pathway. It's like when there's a buildup of water and then finally, there's a new flow. And this flow has a lot to do with you feeling free in some way to move forward and not be held back by whether it's a person, place, or thing. It's like you're moving forward and you're being guided to in your intuition to not hold back, whether it's, you're afraid to launch a project and take the lead, or you're giving so much to other people, but you're not giving to yourself. This is the time where you really need to overcome whatever is limiting you. It could be a need to be right around a mother figure, or a need to really ground in the self-love energy to call in a divine counterpart, or around your spiritual growth, or all three. Let's look at this High Priestess. The Fool, there you are. The Sun, wow. Whoa, and the Four of Wands. This is beautiful energy, Aries. golly, you've got a lot of feminine energy here. Whether you're a male or female watching, there's just this strong. Some of you are pretty bummed out too, just about the world in general. Like, it's gotten you down. And it's like, fight the good fight, Aries. Keep moving forward. Your energy is really opening up. There's some sort of beautiful opportunity coming in. I don't know what it is specifically, but you are being told here by your own inner knowing that it's time to take a leap of faith into root and ground. Some of you I'm just going to give you examples. If you feel like it's time to do a home renovation, it's time. If you feel like it's time to move, it's time. If you're ready to really go to the next level in a connection and you're worried that maybe it's not going to work out, you got to check those fears at the door. Okay. There's a lot of happiness coming in a new beginning, in your energy. And it's beautiful. I mean, look at that. 4 of Wands is a partnership. It could be a rite of passage for you personally, where you are actually activating more of your spiritual gifts. And it's a brand new beginning. I mean, this is like, you're a fool once more. And there's this beautiful opportunity I'm getting for you. I mean, what's interesting is any 4 number is about building more security and stability on the path. And it feels like you are stepping into a new octave where you are now elevating and in your earth energy, grounded. Like, this is a grounded Aries, maybe not as impulsive or spontaneous. You're thinking things through, you're pausing, you're learning how to handle people and situations in a more conscious manner. And there's some sort of like, you're so grounded in you. And it's a brand new beginning for you to know yourself so deeply that it's accelerating you on your path. Some of you have a new romantic opportunity coming in with this ace. You may have had a recent, foot and mouth disease, said something, blah, and it didn't go well, didn't land well. And you're learning more about when to speak, when not to speak. Some of you are just bummed out that person that you've been waiting for and trying to align with hasn't come. I see a new beginning here in a connection, in a partnership where there's a lot of happiness and this is holy union, okay? Right here, the Sun, the High Priestess, and the 4 of Wands, and you're right here saying, bring it. So for those of you who are single, you're aligning with a holy union, okay? It's part of your karmic destiny. And those of you who are in a holy union and you've had some speed bumps, try not to focus on what's bummed you out recently about it or stay in fearful states, because you're only going to attract more of that. Let me get some sweet love tea now, because I feel like underneath all of this is some fear and worry and trying to get settled into a feeling of everything's going to be okay, right? I don't need to worry. And if that's been your nature to overthink and worry, you're trying to change that. Let's look at some love tea. Unlock happiness, which you're doing in the near future. Be vulnerable and open up yourself to real love, Aries. You have a chance to free yourself and to expose your heart. Someone has the key to your heart, and maybe it scares you. And maybe sometimes, too, we need to be careful with our expectations. That leads to disappointment. Non-attachment is the way to go when it comes to anything in your life. Just flow with it. And you're learning how to do that, to surrender to the flow and stay sovereign, stay independent, and trust yourself. Having very high ideals or unreasonable requirements. Dreamer fantasies. It's like I'm getting this be here now. Focus on your happiness from day to day and flow in that, and don't jump to conclusions. It's called either future tripping or past looping. Don't do either of those, okay? When it comes to having too high expectation too soon of something, and just go one day at a time. Time heals. Be patient and give time a chance to work its magic. Honest, reliable, and mature. I think that you've been healing through time for those of you who are single, and just give things a chance, because I see the wheel turning and a new beginning in love. And maybe you had hopes dashed around something you expected to work out in the past, because you're showing up a little bummed out about something. For those of you who are single and you had to turn away from something and cut the cords, you're now aligning with a holy union coming in. And for those of you who had something that you took a hit in a union that feels really healthy and whole, you got to give it time and release expectation and just be vulnerable and stand strong in your own energy. Okay. What's at the bottom? Baby steps. Take your time and build your love slowly with care. That's what I mean. Don't jump too fast. Move too fast in deep connection, lest you will maybe, here's the thing I've learned about too high expectation is it puts pressure on the relationship, and then you're in the future, you're tripping, right? Or you're looping. So enjoy and appreciate the time you have with this person, okay? For a lot of you, you were trying to elevate into, because the Empress energy and your opportunity, the Empress is a feeling of growth and always knowing I am here to continue to grow and evolve. And as long as you keep that alive in connection, no matter what you're dealing with at any time, some of you are trying to heal a deep, deep wound in your feminine energy of not always feeling really nurtured and cared for and valued. And it's a reflection too of what you're willing to give to yourself and your standards. And I'm not saying don't have standards, but I think that you have been disappointed. People have disappointed you. You're showing me, bumming you out. Whoever this is, I think that you are putting up healthy boundaries against. Here's the thing. When we are on the path of evolution spiritually, you have to be willing to put up boundaries around the people that shouldn't have access to your energy, and then really be patient with the people that should have access to your energy, right? And I feel like you are flowing in a very, very beautiful, positive direction, Aries. Give yourself the time. If you are moving forward and you're in a path of glowing up at this time, and you're leaving something behind, and you're in between, that beautiful precarious time in between relationships. And if you are in one, it does look like you're settling your mind down, but you're learning that when you are triggered, you need to pause, right? Because you can go at it and it can create damage to the connection. So making sure that you are strong enough when you are triggered by anyone or anything to say, oh, I need a minute. I need to self-regulate. I need to come back down emotionally in my nervous system and calm down. Because as a fire sign, if you have strong fire placements, once you're triggered, it's like you see red, right? And because you feel like you've been misunderstood, and that can create, and then you shame yourself for that. So you're learning how to backpedal and protect your energy when triggered. And it could be around a female figure. It could be around just your divine feminine struggling, right, for its freedom. But overall, you've got beautiful energy coming in. So please do not fret. There's a lot of happiness being unlocked here through this wheel turning. All right. I think that it's good to have standards, but be careful with having too high expectations moving forward. Now we have aligned. That's it. You could feel like you were in misaligned energy, and now you've been finding alignment within, and now you're calling in aligned energies. Look at that. She has a deck here that is one suit is polarity, and you are now in an aligned energy. So alignment is the highest vibration there is. This is because alignment is the ultimate harmony. That's what you're doing. Alignment doesn't pretend things are working or the sun is shining when it's not. It simply is. When people are aligned and authentic, we feel that congruence in our system. When we speak in alignment and authentically, there's a resonance that can be deeply felt. It takes courage to be authentic and aligned, for it requires embracing what is welcoming of the truth. Choosing the authentic or aligned path isn't always the easiest option. That's what you're doing. Misalignment is an experience we all know. Right here. Look at the difference. That's misalignment. That feeling when the record scratches, those sandpaper moments when something deep within us says, that isn't quite right. It's easy to ignore these moments, these bits of information from our inner senses, an effort to keep the peace. But more often than not, our first instincts are always right. And sometimes it's easier to admit it's sooner rather than later. If this card appears with aligned the right way, which it is, right side up, it can be an indication that things are congruent. And it gives the message of yes, yes, yes. If it appears with misaligned, okay. So this is beautiful. You are aligned in, let me get another energy. What are you aligned in? What are you aligned in, Aries? I mean, for me, it looks like you're aligned in your own bliss, your own joy, your own personal freedom in a new beginning. Some of you are heading towards a very deep, deep union. And your intuition is saying, yes. You're aligning with true forgiveness. Whether it's a little blip in the road in a connection, or you have been trying to forgive your past in general, you have been inside the chamber of forgiveness for quite some time. If Spirit's been sending you multiple opportunities where you've got to take the high road, right? You're aligned with a new pathway because of your willingness to forgive, Aries. And I know it's hard. Chamber of forgiveness. The chamber of forgiveness reminds us of our innate innocence and of the need to keep our heart tender toward ourselves and others, to soften and humble ourselves in our humanness. When the heart hurts, it wants to shut down, harden, and close itself off from the world. This is a normal reaction to the ache that comes from being human. The chamber of forgiveness is a card of heart healing and deep, deep compassion for yourself and others too, which you are in your opportunity. It invites us to find a way to keep our heart open through the hurt, the blame, the betrayal, the anger, and the shame, not to shut down or close our heart over or harden ourselves from life. Our grief is evidence of how much we love, for it's impossible to live with an open heart and not experience hurt or grief. Forgiveness has a mysterious timing, and you cannot rush it. But there often comes a day when, after many tears have been shed and candles lit, the heart doesn't ache like it did before. We may find a softness in our voice where there was once previously sharpness and pain. This is the energy of the chamber of forgiveness. It's a process that's unfolding with us always. And if the card appears for you, then chances are this process is intelligently unfolding within you too. Yeah, this is moving through disappointments, betrayals, heartaches, and heartbreaks. The inevitability of change, and through all of it, you grow. So I feel like you are forgiving something that maybe has taken you quite a long time to really accept and forgive. It could be with a mother figure. It could be with a divine feminine. It could be with forgiving people that have hurt you, Aries. And it's a process. Forgiveness is a process, but it's part of your own spiritual evolution and aligning with holy union. This could be forgiving your partner, for they know not what they do sometimes. If you're with a knucklehead, it's like you look at them with love, but you look at them with frustration too. We're not always going to like our partners, but if overall there is a deep, deep feeling of union, it's like, in order to have healthy, successful partnership and longevity, you have to learn to forgive and let go and release the hurt and heal the hurt. All right. So I'm seeing a lot of happiness coming in for you here, Aries, with whatever you're aligning with, a very high vibrational energy and a feeling of groundedness and security and a new beginning. So you're closing out a chapter here where maybe you were being called to forgive multiple people or multiple situations. It's a path of growth. I'm seeing a lot of growth for you, Aries. It's been beautiful. There you go. And now you have the Hermit. Of course you do. This year has taught you many things, but now it's taught you humility, humbleness. We have the Page of Cups, the Hermit. Some of you are coming out of being on your own, and you've got a curious new love offer coming in that is full of emotional fulfillment. Wow. You're the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in one reading, Aries. Some of you are coming out of being single and on your own. And some of you are coming out of this feeling of like, okay, let's soften and focus on the happiness and the joy and harmony and love of emotional abundance and emotional congruence. That's what it feels like, Aries. All right. So your advice is to keep your heart open. You're softening in ways that maybe are surprising you through the spiritual path. All right. Take care. Namaste.